afternoon, welcome to Central North Syracuse High School, Michael J. Barrett Athletic Complex, home of the North Stars. Thank you for joining us today's Lacrosse New York State Public High School Athletic Association Class B Regional Contest, featuring the visiting Vestal Golden Bears and the home team West Tennessee Wildcats. The last one West Tennessee Soldiers, in conjunction with the New York State Public High School Athletic Association, promote and scout good sportsmanship from all athletes, coaches, and spectators. Additionally, we expect to promote a positive environment so that we may all enjoy today's competition. We thank all those who make today's contest possible, especially our officials. We ask that everyone be loud, be proud, and be positive. Let the players play, the coaches coach, and the officials officiate. We welcome our guests from Vestal, West Tennessee, and everyone watching this game remotely. And we hope provide us some good luck in today's game. At this time, if you will please rise and wear your hats, you should hold your right hand over your heart for the singing of our national anthem. Or please have a recording of the CNS High School Chorus singing our anthem today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here live on the North Star Network from Michael J. Bragman Stadium at Cicero North Syracuse High School. My name is Owen O'Keefe alongside John Leeson. Today we have the second part of our two-parter doubleheader today for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Boys Lacrosse West Regional Final. Previously, we had Class A, the Baldwinsville Bees taking down Corning Painted Post of Section 4 and moving on to the state semifinals at SUNY Cortland on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Winner of this game will be taking on the winner of Canandaigua Academy and Hamburg of Sections 5 and 6 on that same day at 5:30 at SUNY Cortland. So I'm interested for today's game with West Genesee and Vessel. Seems to be two pretty solid teams. Jenny we've seen a couple times play obviously here on the North Network, but Vessel, a team we have not seen. They played Jenny earlier this year. They won 9-8, so I'm interested to see how this game plays out.
Yeah, and these two teams seem pretty much evenly matched. They're both good teams. Vestal, the Class B champions out of Section 4, they're a very solid team. And then West Jenny took down FM, and they had a great run in sectionals, taking down some really good B schools to make it to the championship and obviously make it here. And they'll play the winner of Canandaigua Academy and Hamburg. Canandaigua is really a big story in Class B. They took down one of the top teams in the state, Victor.
As Jenny opened things up after winning that opening face-off, Odom holding it tightly on X. Odom coming around, ripping one right open. River Odom quickly off X, gets it by Rasheed Schuler. Odom just about 41 seconds into this game, opening things up for the Wildcats, 1-0.
Great job by River Odom, unassisted. That was a beautiful job by him to get in there, score. Beautiful job for West Jenny striking first. Both teams traveled pretty well. Vestal made that's a pretty far trip. That's about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, it's all the Binghamton area for Section 4.
Not a bad student section over there.
Kemp digging in for that face-off. Will be hit into the attack, but will be eventually scooped up by Tucker Zostant for the Golden Bears.
Vestal took down Horseheads in the Section 4 championships. They beat them 8-2 last Thursday.
So that was their 5th straight sectional title for Section 4. That pass a little long by the Golden Bears, so it's going to go right back to possession of the Wildcats.
One of the stories for West Genesee in these last games has been Liam Burns, the junior attack. He scored 15. He has 42 goals, 31 assists, and has scored 15 points. That's both goals and assists in the two sectional games, so he has been on fire lately.
Here is Jack Mellon. Gets it over to Linton. Now opposite side, this is Mahoney. It's Odom on X. Odom coming around, same looking shot. That one's blocked off the post, though. Gets his own rebound.
Great save by Vestal.
Odom will come around the other side now. Gets up to the top. Here's Linton. Linton's going to rip a shot. That one's way off to the left, but Odom is there. It's going to stick with the Wildcats. Yeah, West Jenny blowing the doors off FM in their last game, winning 19-7. Burns with 7 goals in that game. As they find Mellon, Odom to Mellon. Burns to Mellon for that goal. Jenny scoring 2 quick ones with just about 2 minutes into this first quarter.
Yeah, that was a great job by Jack Mellon and by Charles Lock. Oh, was that Charles Lockwood?
It was Lockwood, the 31 and 30, hard to tell apart.
That was a great job by Lockwood to get in there, get that goal, and West Jenny having that momentum early.
Not going to be Kemp this time. It's going to be Vormwald coming away with that faceoff, but Jenny winning another faceoff in this game.
It's going to be weird to see more competitive faceoffs in Game 2, as we saw Jacob Chiz pretty much win every single faceoff for Baldwinsville last game.
Vormwald struggling to get something out of there, so head coach Eric Burns and the rest of the Wildcats are going to call a quick timeout here, talk things over, get something situated as they're leading 2-0 very, very quickly.
I did speak to West Genesee head coach Eric Burns before the game, and I asked him, how are you feeling coming into this game? And he said that they've been working really hard, and these boys have come a really long way. He said it's been a long season, and they played Vestal earlier in the season, and they got the better of them. But he said he knows it's going to be a very good game. And since that game with Vestal, West Genesee has obviously has improved offensively. They're starting to move the ball a lot better, and they're starting to get better with defensive chemistry. That was a big thing he spotlighted. And Vestal head coach Chris Dukowski, I asked him how he feels about this West Genesee team, and he said they've seen them once and they're a good team. And he said everyone on that West Genesee squad has gotten a little bit better. He said he knows it's going to be a battle this afternoon.
One thing I will say is compared to the beginning of the season and now where they are today, West Genny as a team greatly improved overall, as the way they were playing is just Tashal Kelly opening things up after the timeout.
Yeah, West Genesee has improved. I remember seeing them. The only time I saw them this season was in April, and they played a really solid game against CNS, coming in here and beating them by 4. They have a very good offense, and there's not, aside from Liam Burns, everyone pretty much is a stud on this team offensively.
As Burns was looking for Bellotti inside, but it was swooped in and taken away by Rasheed Schuler.
Another bright spot since sectionals for West Genesee has been their goalie, Dylan DeCina. 72 saves, and he has had 26 saves in 2 sectional games, and he has only allowed 8 goals. That's not bad numbers for 2 games, especially when you have a lot of pressure on you in sectionals.
Diving down here for the Golden Bears is Cholette. Coming around next, guarded by Tashal Kelly. Cholette kicks out. This looks to be Aiden Brunetti. Brunetti gets it back on X. It's now McMahon. McMahon coming around X, looking for something, nothing to give up. So we'll reset, get it to Schuler. Schuler hits the deck. Flag will be thrown. They might get 30 seconds technical push here on number 22, Nelson Hudgens for the Wildcats.
Vestal really hasn't gotten anything going on offense. West Genesee's really controlled the ball. That'll be a 30-second technical push on number 22 for West Genesee, Nelson Hudgens.
So now Vestal, man up. Maybe they can be an opportunity for them to get something going and put a goal up on the scoreboard. They get it on X here. Schuler finds a man inside. Xavier Schuler finding Tyler Cholette right in front of the net to go between the legs of Dylan DeSena as they were a man up. Sides even back now, but Vestal on the board, 2-1, trailing the Wildcats of West Genesee.
That was a great goal by Vestal, getting on the board, getting some momentum on their side. This is really going to be a battle. It's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be as physical as game 1, but this is still going to be a great battle. I think this game is definitely going to be more high scoring than game 1.
So it will be Vestal after that faceoff having possession. This is Beck with the ball. Beck spins here. Gets it on X to McMahon. McMahon coming around X. Was going to fire. No, takes another one. That one's blocked off by DeSena. Ball's trailing out of bounds. In the foot race there was Brunetti and Evan for the Golden Bears, keep it in their possession. So it will be Evan to open things up. Or no, Brunetti. Brunetti diving down here. It's on X, tough pass caught by McMahon. McMahon gets it over to Evan.
Great job by this West Genesee defense.
As coming around is Stefano Evan. spinning around X and weaving defenders for the Wildcats. This game's now 2 apiece, a back-and-forth game so far today.
That was a beautiful job by Stefano Evan to get that unassisted too. That was one of the best goals that I have seen so far today. He shot in between 2 defenders. Nothing but net there. Beautiful.
Looks like they're going back to Ryan Kemp for the face-off. Looks like that will be won by Tucker Zostant. Still a fight for it. And no, looks like Jack Mellon was the one to come away with it. He sends a pass way up. That is scooped up by Ryan Kemp. Kemp to Odemul inside. That one's saved by Rasheed Schuler.
Wow.
Odemul's shot on that one had some firepower.
But West Genesee gets it right back.
Here's Mellon. Mellon dishes to Linton. Mellon weaves inside, gets one around to Schuler. West Denny takes that lead right back. 3-2. A much higher scoring game already than we saw in the first quarter of the Bees game.
Yeah, definitely.
At 12:30.
This is going to be a high scoring offensive game. These two teams, like I said, they're evenly matched. Yeah, this game is going to be definitely evenly matched. It's going to be a fun game to watch. Already 5 goals scored, and we're only, halfway through this first quarter? This is going to be fun.
As Kemp digs deep there, actually sending Zostant to the floor. He sends it up. Now this is Burns. Burns dishes to Odemul. Sends it back to Shaw Kelly. Kelly making a move. Gets to Burns now on X. Burns forced out. Ball poked out of his stick, and Schuler will scoop it up. Schuler's pass will eventually be maintained. But Burns gets a check from behind. Whistle blown. Looks like it will be on the Bears, so he called out of bounds. It will be Wildcat ball. Quick pass inside. Oh, just missing there was John Giannuzzi Jr.
That would have been a very nice fast break there for West Genny.
Ball goes out of bounds. It's Shaw Kelly pokes that one out. Now here comes the Golden Bears and Tyler Cholette. Cholette moving through the midfield. Gets through a couple. Balls poked loose once again. Eventually scooped up there by McMahon. Now moving around here. Here's Beck.
Oh, great save by Decina.
Chamberlain going way through the midfield here. Gets to Odemul. Odemul moving around here towards the middle. Farley outnumbered. Waits to get some teammates up there, and he will. Now it's Bellotti. Or excuse me, this is John Giannuzzi Jr. all the way over on X.
Wildcats definitely slowing down the pace here, trying to confuse Vestal.
Giannuzzi Jr. coming around, gets inside, quick pass. Looking for Shaw Kelly. That one bounced off the net, goes off that back line. It's like it should stay with West Genesee. Kelly coming around next now. He threw up a quick shot. That one's blocked away by Schuler. And he sends a deep pass all the way up there to Crowley. Ronan Crowley gets it over. This is Schuler now.
Vestal really needs to have a quicker offensive pace in order to beat this West Genesee defense.
This ball is poked loose. And tried to keep in bounds. That was Jack Garvey there, but couldn't keep it in, so it will be sticking with the Bears. Cholette gets around Kelly.
Ooh.
Hits the deck. Flag will be thrown, so it will be another technical push on the Wildcats.
That'll probably be on Alex Rosa.
Alex Rosa played that. That's Sam Rosa. Alex Rosa was the attack for the Wildcats last year.
Sam Rosa, of course. Yeah, I remember Alex Rosa last year.
Very good lacrosse player in Alex Rosa.
Every time I think of this West Jenny lacrosse team, I think of that CNS West Jenny game last year where CNS, with that electric atmosphere, beat West Jenny in overtime. That is a slash on Sam Rosa. Sam Rosa is a captain. He's a senior. West Genesee definitely going to miss Sam Rosa next year.
As Schuler gets inside. That one's ripped. Schuler's pass. Looks like Brunetti there.
That was a great
Stefano
shot.
Evan gets the goal. Pass from Schuler. We're back at tied 3-3. 2:50 left to go in this first quarter.
Great goal by Stefano Evan, with Schuler getting his second assist of the game. That was a great job. That was our longest goal drought we've had. That was a 4-minute goal drought. Great. That was a great play by Stefano Evan. That was a pinpoint goal, Owen. That was like right in the top corner.
Zostak coming away with another face-off. Gets to Schuler. Schuler gets to Brunetti. Back to Brunetti. It's not a Cholette.
Such a beautiful afternoon here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. There is not a cloud in the sky over the stadium.
Diving down here is Brunetti. Brunetti spinning back to his left. That high pass to back was a little too long off of that sideline, so will be West Tennessee ball. Here's Chamberlain. Sends it back to DeSena. He sends one up there to Hudgens. Hudgens making a move around here. That's to Linton. Mellon over there to Mahoney. Back to Mellon. Now here's Charles Lockwood. West Jenny really working things around the horn here, way outside. Now Mahoney's going to take a dive. Spins back to his left hand, gets to Odemil on X. Odemil gets the rotation around. That one's just off to the right. Will be off that back side, but Mahoney was there to keep it with the Wildcats.
West Jenny really needs a goal here before the end of the quarter to get that lead back, excuse me. I really don't know if there's a favorite in this game out of the two. They're both such evenly matched, and they're both very good teams.
Mahoney's sort of just sitting here waiting to go. He's got 45 seconds. Taking things nice and slow here.
Yeah, and definitely taking his time.
It's going now. Mahoney rips one. That's off the backside. Linton was there. They've got 19.3 now to work with. Linton's going to go. Linton's pass. That is caught. That's ripped. That's fires. Jack Mellon from Patrick Linton. Jenny taking their time there. Scores with 13.4 left to go in the first quarter. They now lead 4-3 over the Section 4 Golden Bears.
Great goal by Jack Mellon. That was ripped. And that's Linton's first assist of the goal. That is Linton's first assist of the game.
Digging in for that faceoff was Kemp against Zostant, but it was won by the Golden Bears. They get up to Zostant now. Zostant rips a low shot. DeSena blocks it off. Going to sail off that back line, and that zeroes out your first quarter. Wildcats taking a late lead, 4-3 through 1.
That was a great quarter. That was a great first quarter of lacrosse. Now, I'm happy I saved my goal sheet from last game. They only scored 4 goals in the first quarter. We've scored 7. This has been a fun, high-octane game so far. I really think these two teams are fairly evenly matched. They've been playing with the same style, but they really need, I think, both teams need to step up on defense a little bit more. The defense has been great, but you need to take that defense to the next level to win this game.
Yeah, Jenny doing a great job. They lost to Vestal about a month ago, but almost 2 months now. April 12th, one of their first games of the year.
Yeah, that was a 9-8 victory by Vestal. Pretty close game.
Now it's going to be Jenny wanting revenge, but Vestal also wanting to move on and not end their season so short. But both sides, like you said, are doing a great job today, evenly matching each other on both ends of the ball. There's not really one side from either person staying out. So it's whoever's going to have the most shots, whoever's going to have the most time possession is probably going to be your victor today.
Yeah, that's how I think this. Before this game started, I think we knew that would be how this game is playing. I had a nice conversation with Vestal head coach Chris Dukowski before the game. He said the way that they're going to win this game will be decided as a matter of execution. Whoever executes their style of play better will win, because that is how good these two teams are.
Will be Zostant and Kemp once again for the face-off. Kemp digging in, trying to get the win there. Zostant hits the deck. Still no real possession here. And it will be coming away with it is the Golden Bears. All the way inside. Shot with fire, but looking at number 34, Evan Kaufman, almost getting one in there.
Just missed. That was close. Could that be a... Oh, that almost looked like it was going to be a technical push on Sam Rosa.
The ball is rolled out of bounds. It's going to go back to the possession of the Golden Bears.
Vestal's been really hanging in tough with West Jenny. Trying to get something on the outside.
Vestal working around X. It's McMahon. Sent one up that pass, bobbled by Beck. Eventually will scoop it up. He's got the match with Sam Rosa. Beck going around, gets inside. Back to Axton McMahon. McMahon over there to Brunetti. Brunetti spinning around, fires a shot. That one's off the back, it looked like, of Mahoney. Will go out of bounds and go to possession of the Wildcats. Jack Garvey there for the stop. Sends it to Cena. Now it's Mahoney in the middle. Mahoney gets through.
Mahoney looks like he had an open shot there, but elects to keep it and slow things down.
Odom on X. Gives to Burns. Burns sends one way out to Linton. Here's Mahoney. Gives back to Linton. Linton's going to rip a left-handed shot. That one's blocked off. It almost looked like the ankle of Schuler.
Yeah, that was a great save by Schuler.
Goes back in the stick of Linton. Quick pass to Udemel. He rips one. River Udemel's turnaround shot way downtown. Almost looked like a Derek Jeter jump throw right there.
That was a
Jenny
great,
gets that 5-3 lead.
beautiful shot by River Udemel. That West Jenny is getting some highlight reel goals today.
They almost saw a few. They just missed the net in the Beeville game as well. The turnaround shot by Doyle was just off. That would have been an impressive one today, but River Udemel really ripping one right there.
Yeah, and that is Patrick Linton's second assist of the game.
It'll be Vestal now holding possession. They give the back. It's now Cholette. Guarded by Benetti. Or Bellotti, excuse me. Give his back to Beck. Beck going left side. Spins back to his right hand. Pass there,
great
almost
shot.
almost got in there by Cholette, but it was blocked off by DeSena. Into the stick of John Giannuzzi Jr. Now this is given. Here's Chamberlain. Chamberlain ball poked loose. It'll be scooped up into the stick of Giannuzzi Jr. He's got to work around here. Eventually we'll find the stick of Charles Lockwood. Good coming around X. I'll get to Shaw Kelly's on the right side now. Gets inside to John Giannuzzi Jr. Ripping one. Jenny now 6-3 lead. 8:24 left to go in the first half.
That is West Jenny's third straight goal. Giannuzzi, great shot. Great assist by Kelly there to put the Wildcats up by 3.
They go back to Vormwald for this face-off. Both different face-offs since the last one. It'll be Schuler for the Golden Bears as well.
Oh, and I wouldn't be surprised if Vessel head coach Chris Sadkowski called a timeout if they win this face-off. Talk things over, slow things down.
He's not going to. They're going to give Schuler all the way inside. He hits the deck hard.
Hope he's okay.
Doesn't look to be. Oh, he got up okay.
He's jogging off under his own power. That's good. You hate to see anyone get injured. But good to see that he is okay there.
Here's McMahon on X. Man comes around, rips a shot on DeSena. That one is saved right into the net of DeSena's stick. Then he gives to Linton. They're going to go the other way. Linton with a full head of steam here. It's over there to Jack Mellon. Now into the stick of Mahoney. Mahoney takes a dive inside, rips one. That's way off to the right.
Oh, it hits the ref.
They'll be scooped up by the Golden Bears. Now here's McMahon, guarded by Rosa. So now Brunetti. Cholette.
Oh,
That one's intercepted by Liam Burns.
great play by Liam Burns there.
Now here's Burns. So over they get inside to Odemel. That one's flipped, just barely finds the net. River Odemel, if I'm not mistaken, he's got a hat trick already.
He does. That looked like a slow motion shot. That shot had some finesse on it.
River Odemel, 3 goals of the Wildcats, 7 already, 6:35 left to go. And now Vestal really's got to get something going. They've fallen behind against the Wildcats. They might pull away here and not look back.
That is Linton's 3rd assist for Jenny there. That was a great play by River Odemel. It looked like it went in slow motion. Beautiful shot. We've seen some crazy goals by the Wildcats in this first half.
Yeah, 2 of them coming from Odemel back to back.
Yeah, Odemel's done a nice job this afternoon.
Now it's Shaw Kelly. Kelly bounced one off the ground. That one's blocked off by Schuler. Fighting for it, and then it goes into the stick of Burns. Burns gives to Odemel. Odemel rips another one, just missing the net.
Close, so close.
Burns is there to keep it. Burns comes around. Spins, rips one. That one's blocked off by Schuler. Eventually, he will maintain this one. He's got to find someone to get this ball to. He's going to go the opposite way in the stick of Braden Bruce. Sent up to Brunetti. Brunetti moving through the midfield now. Gets to McMahon.
Vestal slowing down the pace. They got to get something going here if they want to claw back into this game.
Coming around there looking for Stefano Evan there, but can't get anything to go. Forced back out. Here's
Rip
Sam
shot.
back. Sam back rips one. As that finds the back of the net. Vestal getting a goal back on the boards. Now they trail by just 3 against the Wildcats. 4:59 left to go here in this first half.
That was a great goal by Sammy Beck. Beautiful job. And Evan gets an assist. Evan has had a great game today too. But Sam Beck, that is just what Vestal needed to get back in this game, score their first goal of the second quarter. I think if they can keep scoring goals like that, they could tie up this game pretty quickly.
Kemp and Zostang going at it in this one. Kemp will be the one to come away with it for the Wildcats. Now here comes Ryan Kemp. Gets to Odemel. He's going to step off. Odemel on X. Coming around. They get it to Linton. Now to Mellon. Now Mellon's going to take a turn. Gives to Linton. Linton rips a shot. That one's saved cleanly by Schuler.
Linton's had an amazing afternoon. He has 3 assists today. He's been a key player.
That ball
for
finds the
West Jenny.
stick of Ryan Mahoney. Gives to Odemel. Odemel rips one. She passed to Burns.
Oh!
Turnaround shot from Liam Burns.
Oh my
That's now 8-4.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Over the back?
Liam Burns behind the back shot. Opening this game. Open this game up. 8-4 Wildcats is your score. 4:12 left in the first half.
I'm speechless. Wow. The hype is real on Liam Burns.
Liam Burns was like the main guy, I'd say, that almost dominated CNS in their outing here and the outing at West Genesee High School.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the 2 matchups this season.
That's by far one of the best. That's the best goal I have seen in a long time, if not all lacrosse season.
Yeah, Burns is the goals and assists leader for the Wildcats, and he's only a junior, so they've got a bright senior to have next year on the roster.
Section 3 and Class B. Look out next year for Liam Burns in his senior year.
Now this is John Giannuzzi Jr. Give it to Bellotti.
If Burns can keep up with goals like that, it's West Jenny all day. Good defense by Vestal there.
Bellotti coming around, spins, hits the deck. Ball poked off towards the back line. To go out of bounds, it was off the Wildcats, so it's going to stay with or go the other way to the Vestal Golden Bears. Start off with Schuler. Schuler gets it up there to Bruce. And that's going to be Vestal's first time out of the half.
Yeah, that's a smart timeout by Chris Ditkowski for Vestal. Talk things over, try to get an offensive strategy going, regroup your defense. I think this is the perfect, most opportune time for a timeout.
Also take a quick breather here on the North Shore. Now we're going to be right back after this Vestal Golden Bear timeout. And we are back after that timeout from the Golden Bears. It will be Brunetti to open things up for them. Gets the pass over to McMahon. McMahon coming around X. Guarded tightly here by Mahoney. Give is now to Evan. They send it out. And that's to Schuler. Schuler sends it opposite way.
There is a flag on the play.
Sammy Beck scooping this one up. Sammy Beck gets around one, rips a shot. Sammy Beck off to the left, no go. They'll go off the back line. Should stay with the Wildcats. Let's see what this flag is.
It's a slash. So that slash was on Vestal there. Excuse me, on West Jenny. It was on number 22, Nelson Hudgens. That is his second penalty of the game.
Here's McMahon. Gets it out to back. That one was ripped and saved by DeSena.
Great save by DeSena. It looked like that shot was right to him. Into his stick. Beautiful job by DeSena for that save.
Here is Mahoney. Stepping it up, trying to get through the midfield. Dodges two. And he's still going. Mahoney gets by another. He'll take a step out. They're going to go off sides, looks like, on the Wildcats. And to go back to the Golden Bears. 1:52 left to go here in this first half. Vestal trailing 8-4 to the Section 3 Wildcats.
Vestal has done a pretty good job in this game so far. They just need to, they're not competing at that. Oh, there
Find
we go.
inside, and what a shot ripped by Braden McMahon from low to high to the top left corner, right by Dylan DeSena. That game's right now back to 8-5. 3-goal lead for the Wildcats, 1:40 to go.
That was a great goal. And Brunetti on the assist there.
Vormwald and Zostant for this face-off with 1:40 to go. Fight for it here. Zostant will be the one to come away with it. Vestal might have had some momentum moving but it will be a timeout by head coach Chris Tukowski and the Golden Bears.
That's a good timeout there for Vestal. That was a great goal by Braden McMahon for Vestal there. Just what they needed to get back into this game. If the Golden Bears can score another goal before halftime to make it 8-6 and only down by 2, I think that would be ideal for the Golden Bears here.
It definitely would be ideal for them. As you get it to a 2-goal game, and potentially if you get another face-off win, another quick goal, you're down 1, and then you're heading into halftime with the momentum, and you keep moving forward into that second half.
Yeah, and then for West Jenny, you got to keep Liam Burns hot. That goal by Liam Burns, that's the best. That's one of the best goals I've seen in a while. If he's going to play like that in the state tournament, look out, Class B. Look out. And next year, he's going to be a player to watch for a long time. Well, not a long time, another year.
It's like both sides slowly coming out of the timeout here. It'll be Vestal to open things up.
Vestal trying to get something going here. Good defense by West Genesee. Dishes it off to number 4, Braden McMahon.
McMahon coming around. Looks like he's going to turn and shoot, but elects not to. Take things back out. This is to Tyler Cholette. Now Brunetti. Back to Cholette. Cholette gets inside and rip a shot. That one's off to the left. Out of bounds and to stay with the Golden Bears. It's going to be McMahon to start things off. Man coming around. Still a fight for it. That shot ripped by back almost in. Off the back line, 33 seconds. Vestal maintains possession still.
Now, Owen, do we have a score update on Canandaigua and Hamburg?
So I'm trying to get right now. Here is Brunetti. Brunetti making a move. He's got 20 seconds. Fired up. That's Sam Beck. Rips one. Blocked off by DeSena. Sent way deep to the midfield. Who will be the one to come away with it? Burns fighting. And Burns will get it. They've got 8, 7, 6. Liam Burns going inside. Liam Burns in front. Rips a shot. Falls. Hit the deck.
Oh. Looks like the
tough shot.
Vestal goalie fell right on top of him.
Flag will be thrown. I almost assume so it'd have to be on Vestal.
Technical push on number 21, Tyler Cholette for the Golden Bears.
It's to be utmost to take things way out. Let that horn zero out. After you're through 24 minutes, 2 quarters, 1 half, West Genesee leads the Section 4 Vestal Golden Bears 8-5. Section 3 proving so far today to be the better section.
Yeah, Owen, they've definitely outperformed Section 4 so far, but great job by Vestal to hang in. 3 goals, it's 8-5. That's still a tough mountain to climb, but not impossible. But West Genesee, they've had the momentum. Liam Burns has looked stellar. So has Patrick Linton with the assist. But above all, River Audemul for West Genesee has truly been a stud today. I think if him and Liam Burns continue to perform as well as they have, West Jenny could be running up the scoreboard in this second half.
Yeah, as now West Jenny, when that's when they played Vestal 2 months ago, they only put up 8 goals in their game. They have 8 goals and a half right now, which is just huge for the Wildcats to get things going.
Yeah, it was 9-8 last time these two teams met. Lower scoring. Yeah, this is the opposite. This is going to be a much higher scoring game.
Yeah, on both sides. I want to see if Vessel can come out and get some higher shots going, maybe score even just 5 goals in the next quarter. It'd be very impressive to see out of them.
That would be pretty fun to see.
I'm going to send us into halftime, Johnny, from the Northstar Network. We'll be right back in about 9 minutes with the second half of this matchup. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back live to the North Star Network, home of the North Stars from Michael J. Bragman Stadium for the second half of the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Class B Boys Lacrosse West Regional Final between the Section 4 Vestal Golden Bears and the Section 3 West Genesee Wildcats. West Genesee open things up after the Vestal penalty.
Definitely been an
West Genesee
evenly matched first half.
Open things up here. It's Burns. Rips a deep shot. Liam Burns just off to the left. Charles Lockwood is there to keep it with the Wildcats. Now Linton's going to scoop it up and start things off from X. Linton gives. Passes over to Burns. That looks like it might have snuck right through. And it will be Patrick Linton to Liam Burns just 26 seconds in.
That was a great shot by Liam Burns. That is his second goal of the game so far. Liam Burns has been on fire throughout sectionals, and it's great to see that he is back and he's back on fire and scoring goals. That is a great sign for West Genesee.
Yankees winning 3-0 today, Johnny. We were talking about baseball. Severino giving up just one hit today.
That was a great job by Sevi. The Yankees pitching. Their three best pitchers their whole rotation is great.
Yeah, this might be the first year in a long time for the Yankees where I can go in and say, who's starting? It doesn't matter who's starting today. We have a chance to win.
Yeah, I'd have to say the weakest link on that starting rotation is Monty, but he's been good. But you know what I mean? It's so hard to pick a best pitcher on that Yankee staff. Garrett Cole, Nestor Cortez, Jamison Tyone, Luis Severino. Good to see Sevy back and pitching well. That's a good sign. And their bullpen.
Top notch. Clay Holmes, amazing year.
We were talking before the game, you, Hunter, and I, trade Aroldis Chapman.
I want Tanaka back. I don't care if he's fossil in dirt. I want Tanaka back in a pinstripe uniform.
He's doing pretty well over in Japan.
And speaking of my favorite baseball player of all time, I see, Tim Tebow. There's a Tebow on the roster. I haven't seen him step on the floor yet.
Tyler Tebow is a senior goalie. Tim Tebow, always a favorite on the North Star Network.
Ever since that MBT Bank baseball game.
It's the end of the season. We got to reflect and talk about some of the best moments. So that was... Love Tim Tebow. And
Udemul coming around X. I'm going to call him, guessing Lacrosse's version of a charge will be called on River Udemul, looked like. So let's go back to the Golden Bears, trailing 9-5.
Vestal needs to get something going here. Jenny already scored. They really need to get a goal here. Start them back on track.
Here is Vestal and Tyler Cholette. Steps off. It's now Sammy Beck with the ball. He will dish to Patrick Carlton. Carlton passes over to McMahon on X. McMahon coming around. McMahon patient on X. Spins coming around. Guarded tightly here by Mahoney. It's inside. Rips a shot. Carlton way over the top. That one almost going through the post. But Mahoney was there to keep it and go the other way for the Wildcats.
That was a good offensive possession by Vestal. They're disappointed that they didn't get a goal there, but that's something to build on and work on. That was a great possession. If they have more possessions like that, they could claw back in this game.
Linton gets through the midfield. Zones it over there to Jack Mellon. This is now Mahoney. Back to Mellon. Back left side is Linton. Linton weaves around one. Finds inside. That shot's ripped. Linton to River Udemul for that goal. Now a 10-5 West Genesee lead. 8:41 left to go. It's got to be Udemul's fourth goal of the day, if I'm not mistaken, Johnny.
That was a great goal by River Udemul. And another assist. That is Pat Linton's fourth assist of the game. And the winner of this game will play the winner of Canandaigua Academy and Hamburg. Canandaigua Academy up 5-3 at the half in Williamsville. So could we see another Section 3 versus Section 5 matchup in the state Final Four?
I'd almost bet money, Johnny, for every single class, the matchup for the sectional final will be Sections 3 or 5 versus Section 8 in every class.
The Section 8 for Class B is Garden City, and for Class A, Port Washington.
Well, I didn't know that Shenango Forks pulled out a win over Lafayette in Class D, so it's not possible for Section 3 to go to the finals for that.
I think
ABC, I think it'll be a Section 3 or 5 team.
These are the two best areas, aside from Long Island, that are the two best lacrosse classes. I mean, 3 and 5 are the Section 3 lacrosse season for both boys and girls. That's uber competitive. You look and you're like, oh, that team beat that team, and you'll see you could see a team with only 2 wins beat a team with 10 wins. It's very unpredictable.
Kelly coming around and rips one right across from Nysphsaa. Kelly all on his own, getting by Rasheed Schuler. Now Jenny, 3 straight goals unanswered in this quarter. I want to say that's 3 straight just alone, because I know Vestal closed out that half with a goal, correct?
Yes, McMahon for Vestal closed out the half with a goal. But great goal by Tashal Kelly. He had an assist in the second quarter. He scores unassisted in the third quarter. West Genesee is looking hot this afternoon.
Chamberlain gets it up there. This is now Burns. Inside Mellon. Not to take a shot. It's going to get to Odemul on X. Gets it into Mellon. Way back out to Linton. Linton has it at the top. Steps inside of the box. Linton gets cross side to Odemul. Odemul sends it out.
Odemul has looked so good in this game. 4 goals already. Great
Mellon
save.
Shot blocked just off to the sideline. Lockwood will be the one there for the Wildcats. Keep it in their possession.
Lockwood had a goal in the first quarter, but he's been playing well. He's only a freshman.
Here's Lockwood. Swings over there to Mahoney. Mahoney rips one from way outside. Blocked and kept in his net by Schuler. Vestal moving quickly the other way. Here's Stefano Evan. Spinning around. Gets it over there to McMahon.
McMahon has played a pretty solid game thus far. Vestal in desperate need of a goal here.
McMahon on X, guarded tightly there by Mahoney. Gets around one. That one's pushed off to the right, off that sideline, but it will stick with the Golden Bears.
West Genesee came out of that locker room in this third quarter and has been playing exceptionally well. This is the way that you want your team to play in the state tournament. Definitely, and this is their second straight game here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. They played the Section 3 Class B championship game against FM here last Friday. So definitely they know how to win on this field.
As Rosa can't contain that one, it's going to go back into the possession of the Golden Bears. Upcoming now is Beck. Back dished over to Bernetti. Rennie weaves through two, gets inside, rips a one-handed shot, hits to the deck. No whistle, but Jick, look, that was Jack Garvey. He's going to be coming away with this one. Or Nelson Hudgens, excuse me, has it now. It's over to Sam Rosa. Sends it over there. That's Jack Garvey. But it goes out of bounds and back to the Golden Bears in Vestal.
West Jenny really can't get anything back into their offensive zone lately. Great job by Vestal. They've been pretty tough. They just need to score. They've had some good shots, but none of them have gone in. They really need some good shots here.
McMahon coming around X.
But also DeSena's played
Guarded tight
extremely well.
there by Garvey. Gets around Garvey on his feet. Looking for the pass inside there. It'll be saved by DeSena. So it's blown on the Wildcats. Don't exactly know what that was, but it's going to go back to the Golden Bears and give another attempt. Here's Evan. Stefano Evans spinning on Garvey. Here's Carlton now. Carlton not very strong on his right side. Here's the give to Beck. Beck fakes to Carlton. Going to go the other way. They rip a shot. That one's over the top of the net. Oh, so close there for Stefano Evan.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Stefano Evan had a very good first quarter. He had 2 goals in that first quarter and an assist in that second quarter. If they can get him back to scoring those goals, I think they could get it within a few goals. They could narrow this 6-goal West Genesee lead.
Here's McMahon. It's the screen from Benetti. Man gives. This is now Beck.
And the ball will go back to the Wildcats.
Couldn't see exactly what the call was there. But that pass, sloppy by the Wildcats. It looks like it might work out in their favor, and it does. They keep the possession. Here's Udamul pass to Burns. Burns rips a shot. That one's saved into the net over Schuler. Schuler trying to get it out. He does. This is now Michael Sacco. Canandaigua still up 5-3 through 3 quarters.
Definitely a low-scoring game compared to this West Regional we have here at Cicero North Syracuse High School.
Here's Beck trying to make a move around, rips shot. That one lost control.
And that
one is good. That should be worth 3 points. Should be 11-8 now for the Golden Bears, but it's going to stick with them.
Oh, and that went through the wrong goalpost. It went through the bigger goalpost. Supposed to get him in the orange goalpost. They got him in the yellow goalpost.
The Wildcats might have been blown offsides there.
Well, I guess we had to have some football event happen because North Stars football head coach Dave Klein is in the building. So is North Stars lacrosse head coach Chuck Wilbur. Both of them taking in some great state tournament lacrosse on a beautiful Saturday. Definitely chilly for June.
Yeah, it was a little colder for it being June 4th.
Happy I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt and pants. That was a good choice.
Here's Mahoney. Mahoney coming up here. Mahoney working on Beck. Mahoney coming around, is working on X here. Gives to Giannuzzi Jr. Gets to Kelly. It's now Burns. Burns gets over there to Bellotti. Bellotti rips a low shot.
Ooh.
That streamer down the left side, no good. Out of bounds, sticking with the Wildcats. River Odomul is be the one to start it off.
Odomul, I'd like to see him get a good shot here.
Next will be Bellotti to start things off. Bellotti now to Kelly. Jenny really taking things slow here. They've got 30 seconds to work with in this third quarter before we head into the fourth.
Wow, this game has flown by.
Kelly on X, working now 20 seconds and go the opposite way. Guarded by Beck. Kelly gets over to Odomul. Odomul out of Burns. Burns rips one! Low streaming shot right by Schuler. Liam Burns strikes again. That's 12-5 Wildcats with 9.7 seconds left to go in this third quarter before we enter the final 12.
Liam Burns with a hat trick. Bellotti with the assist there. I think if West Genesee wins it, they're just going to hold it for these last 9 seconds.
You can score. You might as well score. And there's Ryan Kemp. He's got 4 seconds. Loses control, but he looks like he's going to hold here. Flips a pass up there to Chamberlain, but after that, that is the end of your third quarter here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. The West Genesee Wildcats leading 12-5 over the Vestal Golden Bears.
What a great third quarter that was. Only 4 goals. That was our lowest scoring quarter. All 4 goals scored by the West Genesee Wildcats. Liam Burns scoring 2 of those 4. River Odomul, Tashal Kelly, Liam Burns, and River Odomul both have hat tricks. They have been exceptional scoring goals for West Genesee, but Patrick Linton assisting on goals for the West Genesee Wildcats has been stellar.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the matchup we most likely will be getting next week with Canandaigua and West Genesee, as Victor was almost the team we were supposed to see play against West Genesee, or whoever came out of this game, but Victor losing to Canandaigua in their sectional final.
That was a huge upset by Canandaigua because Victor was like the second best team in the state. It was a very surprising result when I didn't see Victor in the bracket. But Canandaigua Academy definitely living up to that standard of beating one of the best teams in the state. And they've done a good job of beating Section 6's Hamburg. Hamburg is south of Buffalo. Now, as we enter this fourth quarter, it is the last quarter for Owen O'Keefe here on the North Star Network. We're going to miss you next year, Owen. Best of luck at Butler.
I might stop in next year
course.
a couple of times.
It's not going to be the same without you.
You guys will be just fine. Daryl and Plotter are still here.
As long as we have Daryl and Pilato, we're good. Next year on the North Star Network. Should be a good year. It's the CNS North Stars football team. Tries to go for their 5th straight section title.
Into the face-off is Kemp and Zostant. Will be won by Zostant. Vestal, unlike what we saw at the Beeville game, doing a great job of winning the face-offs, but they can't translate the offense.
Yeah, West Genesee's doing a great job of making stuff work. That's really how they've been winning this game. Just because they don't win the face-off or just because they don't have a clean offensive possession doesn't mean that they can't score. They've been making things work all game long compared to Vestal. They've been winning faceoffs and they've been getting these opportunities, but they haven't capitalized on anything. I always talk about these flashes of greatness. Vestal's had a few, but West Genesee has really won this battle so far.
Bernetti's pass there looking Was tipped out of bounds by Hudgens. Now they get things over there. This is Cholette. Cholette diving inside, rips a shot. That's Brady McMahon. No go.
Great save by DeSena there.
And that's scooped up by Evan, Stefano Evan.
Vestal trying to get something to work here. Great defense by Jenny.
Cholette going against Linton. Trying to power his way through. Cholette lose control of the ball. Poked away from behind. That one is into the stick of Jack Garvey. Garvey trying to move things to the midfield here. Gets by 2. Tries to get through one more, but it looks like it'll be a timeout called by head coach Eric Burns for the West Genesee Wildcats.
Very surprised we haven't seen a goal yet in this fourth quarter.
We're only a minute and almost 2 minutes in.
They scored quick. They scored seconds into the third quarter, 11:34. They scored about 26 seconds in. But it's definitely been a great battle. The first quarter was very closely contested as West Genesee at the end of the first quarter led 4-3. It was 8-5 at halftime. And West Genesee has scored 4 straight goals since halftime. They've really outperformed this Vestal team. Vestal's a great team out of Section 4, Class B. I think if West Genesee Owen is playing the way that they have today, West Genny versus Canandaigua at SUNY Cortland on Wednesday should be a very exciting matchup.
It definitely will be an exciting matchup for West Genesee. And looks like to be Canandaigua.
Definitely a bunch of West Genesee fans made the trip. A surprising amount of Vestal fans made the trip. About an hour and a half away from here. I feel like I'm wrong, so I'm double checking myself.
Should be about an hour and a half, 2 hours-ish from here to Binghamton.
About an hour and 25-minute drive from Vestal took up here. Great save by Vestal.
Now here's Jenny still working things in. After the Vestal save, they couldn't translate that to offense. Here's Linton.
Oh, that
looking
pass.
For Mahoney. That one sailed away off the backside, so we'll go back to the possession of the Golden Bears. And wow, Johnny, checking on some more Section 3. The West Hill Warriors dominating the Section 10 Ogdensburg Academy 17-3.
All the way up in Potsdam. My goodness, 17-3? That's a football score they're putting up.
It is a football score. If
I'm not mistaken, you saw West Hill here at Michael J. Bragman
We
Stadium.
did. Me, Robert, and Aaron working 6 hours for one lacrosse game with all the rain we had to deal with.
They beat Maine Endwell, and Maine Endwell is a very good team.
Mahoney diving down. Gets inside. That's to Odomwell. Sends it up. That one's ripped by Linton, just a little too high by Patrick Linton. Now here's Vestal working the other side on offense. This is Cholette. Ball poked loose, kicked away by Chamberlain. Will be scooped up there by McMahon.
Great pickoff by number 13, Sam Rosa.
Great pickoff indeed.
And a big shout out to the Fulton girls lacrosse team, another Section 3 team, beating Johnson City. Big win for Fulton today, 13-5.
Always love to see, no matter what school, Section 3 doing good in the state playoff realm.
Yeah, Fulton coming from a very tough Class C. They played a very good season this year.
As we had a Section 3 team go all the way to the state finals for boys basketball in Class A, I want to say, with New Hartford.
I had the pleasure of calling New Hartford in the state championship.
State sub-regional game.
That was beautiful. that was a beautiful game. Zach Filipkowski, exceptional player for New Hartford. My first buzzer beater. That was amazing.
Here's Bellotti now working things for the Wildcats. They've got 6:40 left to go in this game.
And the CNS girls basketball team made it to the state Final Four.
Yeah, losing to Baldwin High School of Long Island.
Long Island, those Long Island teams.
Here's Giannuzzi Jr. on X. Carmel rips a shot. That one's off to the right, off the back line, but Bellotti is there to keep it with the Wildcats.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more goals here by West Genesee or Vestal in this fourth quarter.
Here's
say
Burns wide open.
I say it, and they
Liam
score.
Burns rips one. That's just the first goal of this quarter, Johnny?
Yeah. And that is Liam Burns' fourth goal of the game. I'm very proud of myself that I predicted that goal. Hunter is giving me a sarcastic golf clap, so thank you, Hunter.
It will be Vormwald and Zostant in here for this face-off. 6:02 remained. Wildcats leading 13-5.
I wouldn't call it dominance, but I would just say West Genesee beat them because of how solid their offense looked.
Yeah, West Genesee they've been the better team besides in that face-off circle, I would say.
Usually when a team is winning in the face-off circle, they win the game. That's how Baldwinsville wins games. But great job by West Genesee all around.
Baldwinsville is genuinely just solid through and through. There's not really one weak spot of that team. Where Jenny, them struggling at face-offs may come back to bite them in their next game or two.
And as we just got another score update, Hamburg is now leading Canandaigua Academy 6-5 trailing 6-5, excuse me. Hamburg coming back. It's going to be a close game. Still 6-5, Canandaigua over Hamburg.
Here's a fight for this one. Chamberlain fighting for it. Almost coming away with it. This is now Garvey fighting for that one.
That's the nice thing about the regionals. All four regional games are at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, all games being played at once, so you get an update all at once for all four classes. And this is now Burns looking for number 5 on the day, unable to get it. Sails off the back line, but it will stick with the Wildcats.
We also have the Section 11's Comswog against Section 8's Garden City at Hofstra. And finally, we have Section 1's Rye against Section 2's Niskayuna at Shaker High.
I want to say Shaker is in Albany, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
Shaker is in Section 2. So we have Section 2. We got
No.
Section 1 is right in the Westchester County area. We are going to see a Section 1 team come in to CNS next year for football, Monroe Woodbury.
Was that schedule released already?
That was. North Stars will start their season on the road at Horseheads in Section 4. Then they will play Monroe Woodbury.
And that's going to be a timeout from the Vestal Golden Bears with 3:44 left to go. Wildcats leading 13-5. We'll take a quick breather here as well on the North Star Network. We are back after that short timeout break here on the North Star Network.
Canandaigua up 6-5 over Hamburg with just about a minute and some change left to go.
Yeah, Sienna's opening up next year. Football, September 9th. It's Monroe Woodbury at 6:30 p.m. I'm assuming, Johnny, you and Drew will be on the call for that one.
Myself, Drew Matiasik, Hunter Bashuska, Aaron Tarquinio. Maybe we'll have a few new faces next year.
Hopefully. It's wide open in front of the net. Just shot weakly there was Chris Tomshow.
North Stars here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. You can see Monroe Woodbury, the Baldwinsville Bees, the Liverpool Warriors, and the Rome Free Academy Black Knights. It's a pretty good home slate.
It's a very good home slate. Liverpool should be pretty solid next year alongside Beeville. I think would be decent. I would hope.
They will play. Now, CBA was an A school last year. They won the state. They're now a double A school. So the North Stars, I'm calling it right now. Mark it down. CNS, CBA, JMA Wireless Dome, sectional championships next year for football. I'm calling it.
You're calling that November 12th?
I'm calling that. November 12th, the North Stars have a date with the brothers. They will meet September 16th at CBA in DeWitt.
Yeah, they're still different leagues, but they will play in the same sectional playoff.
Yes.
I want to say CBA is part of the Onondaga High School League, alongside schools like West Hill,
Marcellus,
like Ludden, Grimes. All those schools are in the OHSL.
I never knew what that stood for until just now. The Onondaga High School League. You have the Salt City Athletic Conference.
The best conference.
Yeah. The Frontier League, Tri-Valley League.
Frontier Leagues like the South Jefferson, and then the Tri-Valley Leagues like the Utica Proctor, the Rome Free Academy, all those schools.
And then you have the Salt City Athletic Conference is so big. You get the Metro, CNS, West Jenny, Beeville, Liverpool. And then you got the Empire, which is more the broader. You got your Fultons,
JD, Oswego,
JD,
Fulton.
Syracuse City, all the way down to Auburn. West Genesee probably going to hold it.
I'd assume they're going to hold for the next minute. And it looks like West Genesee will be your New York State Public High School Athletic Association Class B Boys Lacrosse West Regional champion, and move on to looks to be and play Canandaigua next Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. at SUNY Cortland, as Canandaigua leads 6-5 right now with 23 seconds to go in their contest.
That one will be a good one. Owen, it's been a pleasure to call games alongside you this year. It's been a pleasure. I'm so happy that I could be with you for your final game.
Yeah, Robert and I had our last bit of fun on Wednesday with the West Hill and Maine Endwell game.
Well, I knew that had to end well. Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
As from here at Michael J. Bregman Stadium, officially West Genesee is your winner. And they'll move on, like I said, 5:30 p.m. Wednesday, June 8th at SUNY Cortland against Section 5 Canandaigua Academy. Johnny and Hunter, thank you for hanging out with me today for these two games. I'd like to thank you to our PA announcer, Daryl White, our spotter and scoreboard operator, Chris Polata, our equipment and facility manager, Joe Howell, and our athletic director, Tim Bednarski from the North Star Network. My name is Owen O'Keefe. Good luck next year, everybody.